Yo, how's it going, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining the stream as per usual. Wednesday, we streamed on Saturday, and now we're streaming again, which is a delight for you guys. How's it going, Emmanuel? Chris, yeah, I have some news about Crush Cards soon. Zenith, how's it going? Aya, sup. Nix, guys, welcome. The newest mod in the chat, Nix is here. Um, whoa! We got a membership? Thank you, Aya, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. I don't even know if I have alerts for this. I should, but if I don't, then yeah. Let's see. Chat. Yeah, chat box is not working. Nothing is working. It's fine. There we go. Yeah. Yoav, how's it going, dude? Henri, I've been wanting to ask your thoughts on the 60 card Chimera branded build. I would love to give you that. I think the best place to get feedback on lists is, of course, our Discord. It's completely free. We have a deck sharing channel now, which is new. And you can drop your list over there. I'm commenting there. We got a lot of people in the community. Nice. Wait, Aya, how do you have a red badge? Isn't that supposed to be like... Oh, maybe you've already been a member, so it saves that. Yeah, welcome, Henri. Of course, you can all join the Discord if you guys want to hang out. We got a nice community talking about branded, sharing a lot of deck lists and tips. Oh, it was gifted. You can type in !socials in the chat, and you will get a link to all my socials, including Discord. You can jump over there. Otherwise, it's in the description of the live stream as well. Okay, so welcome everybody. Glad to have you here. We have a bit of a change in plans for our scheduled programming, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. So first of all, before anything else, like the stream. Let's get to 30 likes. It really, you don't even know how much it helps spread notifications for other people that we're live. So the best thing that you can do to bring more people into the chat is just like the stream. So just hit the thumbs up button. We can get to 30. We can get going. Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate it. So yeah, like Antonio said, last night I won. I don't know how many people were there. I think like 60, 70 people tournament, I think, yesterday. It was a knockout tournament for 6 rounds. It was hosted by Kong's Cards, so guys, show them love. I also have a very funny story about why I got suspended. There's a tournament today as well, and I got suspended for 2 consecutive tournaments, like the next tournament, so I'm going to tell you why. Nothing illegal or something, just a funny mistake that just, you know, kind of ruined it for today's tournament, but yesterday's tournament was a lot. It finished at 3 a.m., so I played... Last match, I think, started at 2 a.m. because it was UK time. I'm 2 hours ahead. So we won the tournament yesterday. It was a knockout tournament. So if you lose, you're out of the tournament. It was a single elimination. I won it 6-0. I'm going to go over the matches. I'm going to go over the replays. I have everything. It was online. It wasn't on Dueling Book. We're going to see everything. So that was the tournament yesterday. It's going to be most of what we talk about today, because there's a lot to break down. I have a regional in 9 days, which is kind of preparation for that event. Guys, I want the Nightmare Magician playmat, and I want the Black Deck box. If I can get just one regional top 4, I'm good. I don't need to win the whole thing. It's fine. And today, unfortunately, we were planning to do bingo. If you guys don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Bingo, just type in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bingo into YouTube. We've done 1 episode with Ruxin. It's really fun, but unfortunately, it takes a lot of time to edit and put together, so it's a bit more effort than my usual videos, and that's why it's a lot of work. Anyway, Crush Cards had a subathon, and I think it ended. Based on what I'm seeing now, I think the subathon ended. We were planning to do it on their subathon, but I think it's over. So we're going to have to find something else to do, which I'm sure we're not going to have a problem with. I'll wait till Age of Overlord for the Odd Eyes mat. Cool. Also a nice mat, but you don't. That's the sneak preview. It's not the season. Like there's the regional playmat, which is Nightmare Magician. It's still gonna be Nightmare Magician, I think, in Age of Overlord. I think. Nivska! Yo, Idan, how's it going? All the friends are here. Nivska, you want to do something like today too? Because I was supposed to do. Maybe we can do some coaching or testing, but I was supposed to do a bingo with crush cards, and I think their subathon ended, so I'm kind of free. Like I have some stuff to go over from yesterday's tournament, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's what we were supposed to do. I do want to start off the stream with looking at some deck lists. I want to do this a recurring segment of the live stream. Tell me what you guys think about that. Every week, I want to open YGO Pro deck, Road of the King, and there's another Twitter account that I really like that show deck lists. Just look at some deck lists to start off the stream. Look at some spicy text. Look at what's going on in the OCG. I really like watching their deck profiles because it really tells you a lot about what's coming. Even though it's a different format, you still can learn a lot about it. Yeah. And tomorrow, guys, Nivska here in the chat. So, Nivska, post your Twitch link. Follow the Twitch link that Nivska sends. It's his Twitch channel. Tomorrow, we're going to be commentating together, Nivska and I, a remote locals tournament that he's running. Like every week, they have a remote locals on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And tomorrow, Nivska and I are going to commentate the whole tournament live on stream, which is going to be dope. So go over there, follow Nivska, turn on notifications for his channel, and that way you can catch me tomorrow. Thoughts on branded tier limits in TCG? I think just tier limits is better. Either just separate the two. I don't think you need like. I think they kind of don't work together. I think they work better as standalone decks. That's just my opinion. Since when do you have Galzo on the wall? My mother, God bless her, got this for me for my birthday last year or 2 years ago. That Galzo neon sign, which is so dope. I'm gonna end the poll now because we have a majority for TCG content. I fucking hate Master Duel anyway. How's it going, Nathaniel? Yeah, we need Kit Kalos back. Yeah. So guys, if you're joining in, like the stream. Let's look at some deck lists. I do want to go over just a little bit. You've probably already seen a lot of it, but just look at some OCG stuff and TCG stuff. So first of all, we have Sao Paulo. We don't have a lot of deck lists from here. We have Kamal, Pac, and Ruben, who obviously won the event. You already know that by now. But we also have, I think, Jesse. And, okay, we have a lot of Unchained. I do want to look at the Chimera stuff. So yesterday, tell me, guys, if you know who, well, you obviously know who Andres Torres is. He's a previous YCS champion. He's a well-known branded player and, of course, YCS champion, which is really big. I actually talked to him yesterday or 2 days ago about Chimera. And got some thoughts on his build. So we're gonna discuss that later. All right, so Kamal is just insane. Kamal is such a good player. It was a pleasure seeing Kamal play. Every time I watch one of his feature matches, it's just it's incredible. Kashtir Fenrir, I'm praying to God that this card doesn't get banned or limited. Really. I want to play 3 of it. I'm playing 3 of it. I'll show you the deck list that I played in the tournament yesterday, a bit later. But this card is just ridiculous. It's just absurd. Runic Chimera, I don't like it just because of the fact that Runic gives you 2 things. Runic gives you negates and pops every single turn, and it also gives you draw power. And that's exactly what Chimera does inherently within the deck strategy. So I'm feeling like it's just like adding two things that do the same thing together. So you want to do more of each, but eventually you're not going to actually achieve more. You rather like Runic can't really play hand traps and like non-engine because their whole engine is non-engine. So I think it kind of takes away the good parts of Chimera. Anyway, Fenrir's Nibiru. What do you guys think about Nibiru in the current format? I know that it's good versus Unchained. We're going to talk a lot about Unchained today. I don't know. I'm trying to prepare for my regionals, which is just going to be a little bit different because it's a small like country. It's not going to have like 100% representation of Kashira. I don't know. It's good. Yeah, I rather them like kill, just ban a Rizard and just kill and limit prosperity, limit the field spell, and just get it done with. Talents is just an absurd card. And then in the side we have Xyz Encore. I think it makes sense. It hits the 3 strongest decks in the format right now. So it's good. If you're going to like a meta heavy tournament, and Crossout is really making a comeback. This card is being played in almost every single deck. And it wasn't before that. It was just branded usually. It was usually just branded, and now it's like every deck is playing Crossout, which is really, really cool to see. My arch nemesis. So Turget is insane. Book of Moon is a really good card in this format, especially because you can book your own tour guide, which is good. I really don't understand why people play the disaster dog. And I personally also don't really like the DDD package. I'll show you the replay from, I think, my semifinals yesterday. I had the chance to activate D-Barrier, call Pendulum, and let my opponent burn to death on this card. But unfortunately, I didn't make the read, and I lost that game, but I won the match. But it could have been like amazing. My opponent had 200 life points, and I could have negated this and left them on nothing just so they can pass, and I can pass them back turn and win. Duster is goated. Thrust, again, another card that just like saw a little bit of niche play, then started seeing like a ton of play now. Like especially in this deck, it's amazing because you can set your traps. So you don't really need it to add anything. Like it's a bonus if you can add a Duster, but even if you get hand traps, you set a trap and pop it and keep playing. I hate that this deck is now playing Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Griffin. Muckracker to Griffin, you can protect it. It's kind of absurd. And look at the side deck with the Darumas. It's really good in the mirror. And it's a good going first card in Trap Tracks. Also very good. It destroys your own monsters, which is very smart. Dragon Link, like nothing insane here. Nibiru is also always a staple, and the Chaos Emperor Dragon. Pretty standard. Again, Xyz Encore. This card is really expensive. And Radiance. Why would he choose to play Radiance? Pack just put a video saying he full combos through Nib with Unchained every time, as well as Jesse. That's fine. I mean, I believe them. Yeah. I think Magnum should go to 1, definitely, but we'll see. And then we have Jesse's list, 41 cards, basically very similar to Pack. No Duster in the main. And that's it, right? And one more card that he's missing here. I don't know which card it is. But they're playing like virtually the same. 1 Rakea, wow. Do you usually play 1 Rakea? I think Pac was playing 2 and he's playing 1. This is why it's 2 cards less. That's interesting. And like 1. This deck is just 2 card combos. Pretty much the same extra. And then again, Daruma, good with Rust, Super Engine Organism, just obliterates branded. And then these in the side. Uh-huh. That's cool. And then the last one, we have top 8 branded Chimera by it's gonna be hard for me to pronounce this, especially because it's Portuguese. I'm just not gonna try. So first of all, I personally think that playing one Albaz is super greedy, and I don't think it's smart. And the reason I say that is that Chimera has 2 phases. If you go first and you go uninterrupted, usually by turn 3, when the turn, like if your opponent didn't scoop or anything, if it comes back to you and you run your plays, by the end of turn 3, you should have your entire Chimera engine in the graveyard. Like you will still have Swords Knight and Kodals, but you will not have Gazelle and Berfamets anymore in the deck. Okay? Unless you played it like super conservatively and didn't do anything. Because turn 1, you want to do Swords Knight, it gets out these 2 from the deck. Then on your opponent's turn, you do this again. So you take out another 2. So essentially you might have 1 more Gazelle in the deck. Right? And there's no way to really shuffle them back except for Lubellion. Now, once you go, like if you opened with Branded Fusion, of course you should be winning anyway. But if you get broken, your Branded Fusion is dead. And I think that once, again, as I said, like end of turn 3, your deck changes into Branded and like hand traps. This is what your deck does. Like you don't have your engine anymore. So you need to grind with Branded. And you can't because you only have 1 Alabaz and it's probably in the graveyard. And you don't have a way to shuffle it back. Super Volley in the main, I also don't particularly like right now. It doesn't hit, like if you play against Pearly, Unchained, also, what's his face? Kostura. It doesn't do much. Super Polys. They don't do much. It's like you have to discard a card for it. Usually you don't really want to. Crossouts is really, really good. Book of Moon, I play 2 talents as well. He's playing like a wider crossout package, which is nice. And then in the extra, he's playing Lynx, which is it's like fine, I guess. Like these, they don't really do anything anyway. But Cross Sheep could be interesting. I don't know. Like you turn 3, you summon back the Berfamot on turn 2, your opponent's turn, you get Chimera Fusion. If you survive the turn, you can make a Cross Sheep with whatever you have on board. Then Chimera Fusion, summon back Swords Knight or something, but like you don't have any more Chimeras in the deck. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see the links. There they are. I'm sorry. Or actually, it's hard for me because it's hiding it. Anyway, it's Cross Sheep and Nightmare Phoenix. And then in the side, Deep Barriers, I played 1 for Crossout. Very similar. I played Radiance in the main. You'll see. Latest metagame report. It's actually from a little bit. It's like more than a week ago. Rescue Ace is still really good. And if you're wondering why, it's because of this girl right here that searches for a card that is this card that searches for Hydrant. Special summons it from the deck. So this is why the deck is so strong right now. It plays really well into Max C. It doesn't lose to a lot of things. It's very consistent. They have like really strong going second cards now. And it's just really good. And look at this side deck, just absolutely disgusting. They have Reboot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually played a Sprite yesterday, and that deck, unfortunately, is very not good. Just gonna be honest with you, the deck is not doing. I don't think it's in a good spot. I'm kind of praying for us to have all of this is possible because of one card, and his name is Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. If I'm begging this card to come back to 1, I will die to play this deck. I would really want to play this deck. And we can't because it's Chaos Ruler. Just because of Chaos Ruler. Tier is still alive only because of Chaos Ruler. Just so you guys are clear. The only reason why is because you go into Dia Bellstar. So Dia Bellstar is a 1-card Synchro 8. So this one searches for Dia Bellstar. You send a card from your hand. Could be a shuffler or just any value. You mill some stuff. You maybe fusion. Summon this. You search for the Sinful Spoils. And then the Sinful Spoils summons Jet Synchron from deck. And you synchro them away for Chaos Ruler. And you go nuts. This is what the deck currently does. I really, really like this. I would really want to play this. But the reason is it sucks because there's no Chaos Ruler. And that's a shame. Also, Xyz Encore. Pearly is still a thing. And they have Sleepy at 1, which is... I'm literally begging for this card to get limited. Like, please limit Sleepy. I'm going to say something that might be controversial for some of you guys, but, I mean, you probably could agree with me to some extent. Why? I mean, Pearly is, like, solid gameplay a lot of the times. Like, we saw with Kamal that he didn't really make a lot of noirs. Like, he did make them a few times, but it wasn't, like, really centric on noir. But, oh, he's playing Desires. That's crazy. Well, like, this deck's whole design is revolved around, like, an unoutable card that has a non-once per chain shuffle back effect. Like, why? Why? Why couldn't you give this... Like, this deck is so freaking cool. Why does the boss monster has to be a Towers that has a non-once per chain effect that goes up to, like, 10 materials? Why? What is the... what kind of good gameplay is this encouraging in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't understand. This is actually really cool. The Fissure. Like, you don't need your monsters in the graveyard. You only need your spells. And then Footsie. Conclusion. Good. Now this is like the deep cut of the OCG. Like this Twitter account. This is the OCG deep cut. I get a lot of satisfaction from watching these deck lists. It's so much fun. This is going to be one of the best decks. This is a deck that, like, a lot of these are decks that I really want to play. It's just super satisfying to see the lists. Look at how nice it... I mean, even though you can't see half of this. But again, like, this is a Tier Elements Dia Bellstar list. Mekanko. Bad quality. Tomorrow there's a video about a certain card on the channel you don't want to miss. Because this card is in every single deck. It's hiding right here behind Lingaribu. Can anyone tell me what this card is? There's also a little hint there because it's in English. Nimlaria Dia Bellstar deck. I don't understand what this deck does. No one can tell me what this card is? Okay. Thank you. This card is insane. So I have a video about it tomorrow. Tune in, turn on the bell, blah, blah, blah. Just incredible, incredible card. Now, Heroes, not super interesting. Centurion. This deck is making waves. It's basically Calamity's Turbo, which is very unfortunate. But it has a cool design. It can do a lot of cool stuff. And then my favorite engine is Horus. Horus, if you guys don't know, it's so freaking cool. I have a video about this coming up. Wait, did I finish that video? No, I only have a script. I don't think I recorded it. This is Phantom Knights. Phantom Knight's Horse. With this card is King's, the TCG name is confirmed, King's Sarcophagus. And as you can see, by the way, every deck in the OCG now starts with SP Lil Knight and Typhon, the new Zeus. Every deck just starts with them because they are staples. Age of Overlord is middle of October, somewhere around there. And then we have Pearly here. Oh, such nice pictures. Look at how nice. You know how hard it is to organize these so straight? You guys don't even know. What is this? What is going on here? Look at this deck. It's like Nemesis. There's like a Nemesis engine with Colossus. Oh my god. There's a Horus engine, Prankids, Diabellstar, Volcanic, Centurion. Why can't we have nice things in the TCG? This is crazy. What are your thoughts on Nash's branded synchro deck? I think it's nice. I just think branded is really not like that good right now. It doesn't feel amazing, and it's really hard for it to play against a lot of decks. It's still a good deck, I think, but it just has a hard time. There's a lot of hand traps in the format. Just hard. This guy's playing Link Apple. What's going on? Right. Time to hit the lab, guys. If you're new here, please subscribe. Why not? It's free. It's completely free. If you want to get access to all of my deck lists ahead of time, exclusively, you can join as a member, support the channel, help me provide you with a lot of good content, pay my editors, blah, blah, blah. Get new cards. Still waiting on my 2 Ultimate Branded Fusions, which are stuck in customs for some reason, because I don't know. But it's moving slowly. And of course, like the stream. This is it. This is what I played yesterday in the tournament. I ended up going 6-0. My matchups were, first round was a bye. We had a lot of people drop, so it was a bye. Second round was Vanadium. We're going to go over every single replay. We're going to look at everything. Yeah, round 1 bye, round 2 Vanadium. It was 2-1. I think everything was... and then we had 2-0 against Sprite. Just live to win Sprite with like Fenrir and stuff. I don't know. And then we have 3 Unchained back to back. 3 Unchained back to back. Very hard matchup for this deck. Managed to win them all. It was some misplays, and I didn't play like super optimally. It was also really late. The tournament ended at 3 a.m. Just what it is. That's basically it. Let me turn off this. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go over and watch some replays just to learn the deck. And yeah, sit back, enjoy. We're gonna really like dive into it. I am gonna go over the deck a little bit. I think like the whole like top row makes sense. You know my feelings about that. We'll talk about this in a second. So 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, I think is really good in this format. Just very solid, well-rounded hand traps that do a lot. Book of Moon, another really good non-engine, really good against Pearly, against Kastria, even against Unchained. You flip over their Xyz, you're good to go. 2 Talents really punishes your opponent if they hand trap you and you can still play. You rip 2 cards out of the hand, and you get Perfect Knowledge, and this card is... I never drew with this card. I never took control with this card. Only looked at hands. Fenrir is absolutely goated in this deck. It helps you deal with a lot of matchups that usually aren't so easy, like Unchained, for example. And then 3 Radiant in the main. I figured I could play a Kaiju in the main. I don't think it's bad. It's good against all the top decks. It's a fiend, which is why I played this one specifically, because if you don't need it and if you go first, you can use it with Gazelle to make Chimera. And then 2 cross out, 1 called by. I think I cross out at 1 Ash, which is good enough. It usually wins you the round on its own. And then the last card is Versago the Destroyer, which is a level 3 Dark Fiend, and it's a fusion substitute. So you can make Dragoon with it. I really wanted to see how I can make Dragoon. Dragoon is solid against Pearly. It's okay versus Castria. It's the same level of good against Pearly and Castria, because in some instances it's hard for them to out. In others, it's gonna just be easy. So it's a hit or miss. I wanted to try it out before the regionals, because I know that in the regionals it's going to be more impactful, because people play like a lot of different things that Dragoon is hard for them to handle, like Labyrinth, Trap Tricks, things like that. So Versago is my fusion sub. It's the spicy tech. Then in the side, Droll. I don't think I played it a lot. I don't know what I'm going to do with it going forward. Super Poly was clutch. It's just a well-rounded card. I think it's like in general, it's a good card. So, and this deck is a fusion deck. You run these cards anyway. You have extra deck space. And this card is very good. Again, the reason why it's not in the main is because the main matchups that you have, that like the top decks, don't really lose to it. Like the end boards are not super polyable, which is a shame. I found a lot of success with just 1 Albaz, since if you open branded fusion and another starter, yeah, if you open it and go for and you have another starter. Yeah. Oh, Matt is here. How's it going, dude? I really like playing 2 Albaz because of the grind game. It's gonna be hard for me to be convinced otherwise. The grind game that 2 Albaz allows you is just amazing. Because if you, like you said, Brand Fusion is the 1-card starter for this deck. But if you don't have another starter in hand, it's no more Brand Fusion for you, Soup Nazi. Yeah, we're getting ready for regional season. Yesterday we had a good tournament, 6-0. So we're feeling good ahead of the season, but there's a lot more work ahead of us. Evenly is one of those cards that I also don't really know how I feel about. I don't know. Maybe Nibiru in the side is a little bit better. Droll also, again, we're going into a regional in Israel. It's like you don't know what you're gonna run into. It's not a YCS. Evenly is it's not that good against Unchained. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not even that good. That deck doesn't lose to anything. Anything. This deck does not lose to anything. You have to play their game and you have to beat it fair and square. There's no magic cards that just like poof their boards or make them not play. It's just not the same. This is why it's such a good deck. Like, why do you think a deck that is completely fair does so well? It's because it doesn't lose to anything. Like, again, this deck, Dimensional Barrier against Pearly, Castria, Nibiru, or like a Kaiju or something, or Droll even in some instances, even though they have Shifter. But like Unchained, there's no one card you can tell me that, like, of course you can say like there can be only one, but I'm talking about like generic cards. Nothing outs their board. 3 Cosmic for that matchup, you get rid of their back row and you don't destroy it. It's just insane. And then D-Barrier and Shifter for the crossout. I might keep D-Barrier and I might take out Shifter. I was tunnel vision on Castria. I didn't see anything. It could be a mistake to take it out, but I need the side deck space. And then Wangu. If you don't know what this card does, you can search this off of Berthamat because it's a level 4 beast. And then you can fuse it away, summon it on your opponent's turn, and each time a monster with 1400 attack or less, which is none of your monsters that you summon, by the way. You don't summon Kodal, so it's none of these. Every time it's summoned, you destroy it. And it's not once per turn. It's mandatory. And it's good mainly against like Sprite, Fluanderies, and Rika. Sprite, Fluanderies, Rika, and Pearly. Pearly, it's like sometimes. How's it going, Takatimi? Takamiki. Yeah. How was the kaiju in the main? It was good. I was actually able to kaiju a lot of people. I also like this card because you can go into if you have like a kaiju and branded fusion. Basically, if you have kaiju and branded fusion, it's OTK. If they don't like have additional like, they could still have interruptions. You can play through that, but you kaiju them. Then you attack 3 times into it with the Chimera and 1 more time with the Rinbrim in its game. And then you have like protection in the graveyard. You have like effect negation. You have target negation like Book of Moon, Imperm. They can't really target you. It was good. I was feeling good about having this in the deck. I didn't see it much. I also didn't see Fenrir enough. Like Fenrir in the testing before the tournament, it was insane. Insane. You open with a Fenrir, you win the game. You can pass on Fenrir. This card is nuts. But I didn't see it a lot in the tournament. In the tournament, I'll show you the replays. I played the deck. I just played the deck. Extra deck. So I think like a lot of here are standard. 2 Lubellion. I didn't want to test 2 Lubellion again for the grind game because you can use 1 Lubellion for Albaz, but you can also use Lubellion for shuffling back like a ton of illusionists and Chimera to make a huge Chimera. I think I'm going to take one out though for probably maybe either another Mirror Jade or another Rinbrum or another Chimera. Yeah, I didn't want to main Nibiru because it's like iffy. I mean, it would have helped because I saw like 3 Unchained back to back. But I think I'm going to side Nibiru. I might get rid of Droll. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe like 1 Droll for crossout, but we'll see. I think I am going to add Nibiru here somewhere, but I still don't know where. Why not Veiler and Mourner? I just want like bigger blowouts. Like the 1-for-1 negation isn't really good. Like Veiler can lose to so many things. Both of them lose to Shifter, and they also lose to Talents. And nobody plays them. That's why you don't need them for crossout targets. Would Brandon Despia be better with crossout than Nadir right now? Maybe. A lot of people are playing crossout. Like crossout is in every single deck. How's it going, Hunter? Welcome. How do you cope with how much more boring and linear the Chimera deck is than Despia? It's not really hard for me to cope with it. I think that it's super linear. Like the combo is linear, right? There's no like arguing about. Like it's just like 1 card combo, you end your board. If you're not interrupted, it's super good. The interesting part about Chimera is turn 2 and 3. The way you play against certain matchups is like changing all the time, depending on what you're playing against. And I think that's the fun part about the deck, the interactivity. Because this deck is super fair, I think. I think it's really, really fair in how it interacts with your opponent. And it's like how you're utilizing what you have and like summoning a lot from the graveyard, using your Chimera Fusion wisely. Yeah. Yeah, but Daruma is going first, and you need some stuff going second. Yu-Gi-Oh! Commander, thank you for the videos. You helped me gain such a better understanding of Brandon Chimera. It just took a first 30-man locals. Let's go, man. Congratulations. I'm really, really happy for you. Yeah. So that's the rundown of the deck. I think there will be changes here. We are going to look at some replays now of the whole tournament. That was ecstatic. But first, you guys need to get us to 50 likes so we can go and watch the replays while I go pee. So hit the thumbs up button, not the heart button, the thumbs up button below the video, wherever you're watching this from. Get us to 50 likes. And then we can get started with the replay reviews. It's going to be really fun. I am going to go pee. When I come back, there better be 50 likes here. 1 sec. I'm going to go pee and come back. Right. You guys failed. Tons of time to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Between meetings. Let's go. Here's an interesting take. What if you decide to play the DDD package for the Unchained matchup going second? It's an easy Zeus. Worst case, it forces interruptions. Interesting. Wait, but the pendulum effect can get negated. Vice King Requiem. But they can negate your Vice King with what's his name? I mean, it forces it, but it's also like bricks. I don't know. Interesting though. Right. Round 1. There we go. This is the tournament right here. These 5 rounds, the first round was a bye. We were doing pretty good yesterday, actually. Like, this was all a ranked play, 900 rating, which is kind of high, I guess. It's pretty high. Just good practice. So yesterday we played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. Right, first match. Unchained has negates? It does. It has 2 special summon negates. 2 World Kaluses, basically, in 1 card, though. Alright, so this is game round number 1 versus Manadium. I am going first. They have Imperm, 2 books, Calarium Meek. And this is why book is goated. So here, usually, like what you're supposed to do, you already have starters here, so you could go with Mirror Jade or Dragoon. You go with Dragoon, then this can be negated. But I was a bit more greedy. I wanted to get more names into the graveyard. The reason I went for Mirror Swords Knight here is to just play around, draw a little bit. Imperm, I book it. That takes away another card out of their hand. Chimera Fusion. Yep. You should probably summon this in attack. Summon this back, bring it back. Cardle to the graveyard. I'd follow up. Set. Rip a card. Calarium was a really good hit, and yeah, this deck is good. They try to book it. I negate. Try to book it again. I'll let it go through. Meek. Just, yeah. I mean, if they normal Meek, it means that they have either Rheum or they either have Rheum or Visas. So yeah, just make a Mirror Jade. Last card in hand. It's fine. This game, I was supposed to win. I really don't know how I lost it. I held this Imperm for dear life. And I hit it at the perfect spot. It was an Imperm. That Imperm was an Ibiru, basically. I let him play. There's nothing worth Imperming here. I was like, worst case scenario, I do it on the Apollosa. There's nothing to hit here. I knew he already had, like, look at all his hands. It has like cards that just don't do anything. 2 field spells, yeah. Usually I would go for the light art with Imperm, but yeah. So he's playing cross. Magnamud, now this is like he wants to go into Excel. Now, okay, so I think I knew all of his hand, or except for maybe the Calarium. Because he searched this, he searched this, he searched this, and I think he searched this as well. So I know his hand. Now, he doesn't have access to Astraloud, because he doesn't have a Visas engrave. And so basically the only thing he can really do is like a 3-mana Apollosa, because he can bring back the Arrival. Like if I let him go for this here, he also doesn't end on much, but rather him to end on an Apollosa because I can just contest it with a Fenrir. So just Imperm this. He has no plays, just makes Apo. Yeah, he bait. This is a good bait. I was sure it's gonna be reframing for some reason, but yeah. One more Bestial to hand. Like this game should be mine, even though he has like a lot of engine. Fenrir forces the Appaloosa. Yeah, and it still dies. Gazelle, already have Chimera Fusion. Rip a card. Search for Codal. The unfortunate part is all the Fenrirs, like dead draws, like no non-engine basically. Like no, like tech cards and stuff. And now it would have been really good here to hit the Calarium, but I think I just hit the Druids here. Yeah, which is also solid. But he opened Magnemite, which is good. Okay, so now Magnemite first for the Berthamat. It's fine with me. Now I know these. I know these. I don't know about. I do know about Riemhard, but I know about these. And I was sure that this was Obsidian, like this was reframing, and I figured he had the Obsidian in hand. I think like the reason why I did this on the Magnemite here because I knew he could normal summon Riemhard. I could go for like a big Chimera Fusion, which is fine, but then I don't have this and I don't really have other interruptions. Like this gives me 2 interruptions plus this, while just going for a big Chimera, like a Guardian Chimera, doesn't do anything. So he summons the Riemhard, he makes a Chaos Angel, and it's GG's. So I have to banish this. He also didn't activate the effect. Now I go for the big Chimera here, because I didn't have a Swords Knight in the graveyard. So I wanted to contest the Riemhard here. Adds a Vsauce. He can special with Obsidian. Then he can summon back this. Azalea negates and destroys. And he's down to 2 cards. Like, how do I not win this game? Astrolabe, I can negate it. Riemhard, now he can special summon Torrid. I go for this just to get follow-up because before he has a negate because he has a Synchro 10 here if he wants. Obsidian, really strong here. Can summon another tuner. Baron Pop. Tax basically clears my board. Doesn't kill this, which is a very good play out of him. Because I can't summon the Fenrir now. And basically, this gets negated. Talents negated. And yeah, that's it. Like, he was in a really, really good position. Puts it back. I was waiting to see maybe he can lose the draw, but I think it's just too much at this point. Just spams. He shuffled back the 3 Meeks. That was a very good play. Yeah, it's just a spatter. It's just game. Okay, so game 3. Should have won that. Could have played it a little bit better. He has evenly matched. I'm not sure I knew that. And then it's a very good hand. Like it's a solid hand. And Ash too. He doesn't Ash the Mirror Jade, he ashes this. Ooh, interesting. Set 2 pass. Like you would think that I'd lose this, right? He tries to go to battle. I just Mirror Jade solo. Yep. Add follow-up. Gets ashed. Thank you for subscribing. John Demand. And now basically he just gives me the win for free here. Because he should have passed. He should have just passed turn. But like now I get Branded Fusion, I can OTK him. So this was a misplay on his part. Because if he passes, I'm not banishing the Mirror Jade, I'm top decking Imperm or something, and and this is just game. Yeah, I don't even go for game here because I have enough. I don't want to like be too greedy. Yeah, no, he tributes this in the battle phase, some of this. Yeah. Remember, you guys can do that. This was match number 1. Match number 2, we have Sprite. So we have Droll. Like this, you don't want to hit this, but I did with Chimera. Just Life Twin Sprite, basically. They go first. Imperm, if you have it, it's probably best to like keep it for that gigantic. To be honest, I just let him play a little bit. Sprint is also fine. Send this, imperm this. And they pass on this, which is, there's no way, right? Like don't you make, maybe you don't have zones? Or maybe he should have made this, the gigantic with this. Because he could link up. Interesting. So he's like on negate and bounce. So he's on negate and bounce. If I start off with Rindbrum, I take away 2 interruptions. So now I can combo off pretty freely. I also have he's got Droll now, which is bad, but I can definitely like gain control of this. Talents, look at the hand, take away the change of heart, set 2 and pass. Yeah, just go for a big Guardian Chimera. It also bounces it back, which is absolutely fine. Because it detaches for cost. And then it's just luckily I don't hit the angler here, even though like if I do hit it, it's not that bad. Yeah, just combo. I think it's fine. Just like, too much control of the game. Then game 2. I don't like when people like, it's nice for them to say GG. Julian, thank you for subscribing. What do you feel is the best branded variant right now? I mean, if you could call this branded, this is the best one. But like, I think a small branded build with like a few bestials and also hand traps and crossout maybe, it's good. Yeah. We have Ash Imperm. We're gonna Ash the Sprite starter here because they don't have access to Sprites. Yeah, Imperm. Pass. Fenrir, again, puts so much pressure on the board here. They don't have any chaps too. It's hard for this deck to go for game if you go in the normal lines. Summon this back. Yep. Go for big damage. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem when you hit that. Draw phase, you add 2 cards. Broken as hell. Onibimaru attacks. I have 2 negates for the Zeus, so I don't care. Now I want to banish one of his face downs, one of his level 2s. Zeus, Imperm, set, Imperm, pass. It's just attack for a game because it's in attack position for some reason. And that's round 2, over pretty quickly. Now we are going against Sexhaver 69. What do you guys say? This guy has a lot of sex with his name. Probably, right? I mean, why else would you? Why else would you? And this is Unchained. This is where we start playing against Unchained. And it's a pretty interesting ride. He's going first. We got good luck here because we decided to imperm the tour guide. And it's over from there. Goes to Yama. Like, you're already normal. You just get follow up. Pop it. Make just blue. Red Infusion contests this. Puts up a negate on board. This is Jover from here. Imperm on the tour guide is not advised. I'm not going to do that again, ever. Even though I tried to do this in another match because I was like, hey, maybe it worked out once. Maybe it'll work again. They have the big red dog. Can just punish you so much. So just keep it for the DDD. It's so clean against the DDD. It takes away 2 negates with 1 card. Just hold it. There's no good imperm here. Don't use it. And then it's just basically full combo. I also think I OTK him here. I could. Like the correct line is to go for the big Chimera because you have a negate, you don't have to bounce. Summon this back. Chimera Fusion again. Fuse away again? No. He knows. He knows. Imperming the link that searches is fine, but it's not enough. Like, why? You know their end board. Again, they play very similar to Chimera. It's like very linear. I draw the D barrier for the shifter here. Just hold the imperm. I don't do this here, and I get punished. It's not that punishing because it ends on the same result. So it's like I didn't do the imperm, but I went -1. It's the same result as not doing the imperm, but I just lost a card. So if I hold this, the result is the same. And I have a negate for the Xyz, which now I don't really have a way to play. Yeah, Griffin here. Albaz could be very good here. That's not it. We Cosmic. We Normal. We add. And then Coral can search us for the big wing. Then we can go into Chimera Fusion. We can activate the graveyard effects. Search back. And we can just go for a big Chimera here. We also have Branded Fusion, which can negate, it can't negate the Yama, but it can negate other things. Big Chimera. Now this is a game that I probably should win, right? Here. Okay, so this is a game where I could have OTK'd him here. So check this out. With the Muckracker, I'm missing he's going to be left with 200 life points at the end of this. If I had Titanic Lad in my deck, I probably have a better chance of winning this. But he's on 200. And I have a lot of good stuff. Like, I shouldn't lose this game, but I do. Then attack him for a lot here. For 6,300. Sorry. Yeah. And then, yeah, he's on 200. And now this is destroyed. Now Yama can add back. Can summon back, sorry. Then they want to do this. I mirror Swords Knight because I don't want to destroy it. And then they get this. Now here, okay, in this very spot, learn from this because this could have been over. He activates this. I chain the barrier called Pendulum. I just took 1 second too longer to think about this play because I knew I was just going to call Xyz. When he summons, I just did it way too late. I didn't think about it. I wasn't planning on my game plan versus Unchained. If I call Pendulum right here, this card kills him in the next turn, and he cannot OTK me, I think, right now. Like, not when I have this and this and this engraved. So, activating D Barrier here, winning Griffin, stop Chimera, it stops the 0 out, but it doesn't negate the protection from battle. So, if I call Pendulum here, I win this match on the spot. But I don't. I call Xyz. And now he can play. He can make this. This actually contests the summon effect, which I hold for the next turn. Now here I'm trying to activate Rinbrum to summon back the Albaz. Again, I have this game pretty much on. Like, look at this. Look at what happens here. Okay. I go for this, summon back this. I'm like, I'm a god. No, full combo. I don't have a negate for this in the graveyard. And he just goes off right now. Like, that's it. Like, he goes off and he ends up winning this. On 200 life points where I could have won with my D barrier. I target this, I destroy this, he makes blue. And then, I only need to attack. All I have to do is attack, but he has blue. And yeah, it's enough. Like, these two get negated by this. Yeah, I try to go battle. That's game. It's over. It was a hell of a game. Like very fair decks going up against each other. And here we're gonna get nibbed today. You can play around nibbed, but it doesn't like it's sort of like branded where you don't really care about nib. You're still good. You rip a card. You can still play. You have a lot of cards left. Swords Knight effect. Go ahead. Da, 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 da. Yep. Chimera Fusion. Make the old, yeah. And now, if you don't summon this back, you don't lose to Nibiru. But if you don't summon this back, you don't have any follow-up. So you have to. Chimera, sets 2. Nibiru. Nibiru is fine here. It gives me an Albaz in the graveyard. And that's a big boy. He has 3 starters in hand. I hit the MST, which is very unfortunate, but it's fine. I'm ashing this with the quickness because, you know, yeah. Some mirror swords that I want to go into like, he ashes this. So I'm like, I'm half screwed because now I have the Albaz. This is why Rinbrim is insane. And now I take it away. I'm not sure if he normaled, but I make a Mirror Jade here because they can't break this. Yeah. The problem is with this Mirror Jade, and this happened again in the tournament. They want to crash into the Mirror Jade, but I can't let that happen. And now again, it's kind of fucked because they keep spamming and stuff from the deck. I make a Dragoon now that has no negates. But my Mirror Jade is live next turn. That's it. A bomb, Rakea, normal summon Rakea, flip this, make Yama, and you know, what else are you gonna do? That's round 4 in the books. And now we go against Frogman Fudo again. So lastly, we learned that we could have debarriered that pendulum and won the game. And we also learned that Chimera the Illusion Beast is amazing. It's a really, really good card. Solid hand, because you have these to protect from Imperm Ash. Let's see what happens. They go first. They set 2. They have Droll Rhino, Rakea Imperm. Yeah, I guess it's a brick. Normal summon. Yeah, if you imperm that, you get punished severely. Droll, we really, really don't care. We're just kind of like in control right now. We know they're bricking. They summon, it's fine. They try to pop it. That goes through. Unfortunately. Rhino, yeah, it's still damage step. I kind of get punished by attacking. Honestly, I shouldn't have attacked. It was a bit greedy for me to attack, because then, you know, they better have it, and now they're not gonna have any cards in hand. So yeah, set 3, pass. They set a bomb, which summons back. It's really good. I think I really misplayed here when I attacked. Very like big misplay. Summon back. And then they imperm this. I go Chimera Fusion. And yeah, I have Ash in hand. I have Book, which is really good. And now I book his red. And I think it's over from there. Yeah. They attack. And they scoop. So that's 1-0 for me. They kind of bricked. And now we have a Kaiju here. I don't lose this game. I don't win this game, though, I think. They do have Tour Guide and a Bomb Prison. Very, very good. I don't see any big side deck cards on their Prosperity. They also have Nib Ash. Very solid opener. Tour Guide is the only 1-card combo in their deck. So yeah. Yep. Set escape. Summon. Set escape. Summon this. Yeah. Blue. Tribute this. Summon from deck. Make this, and yeah. So they have Ash Nib. I have too many starters here. Too many starters. So Kaiju this. They get to set another one. I get ashed and I scoop. Yep. Nothing you can do. We go on to game 3. They have Nib again. Is this the same? I'm wondering if they open Nib like it's their job. I'm wondering if it happens again with a Mirror Jade. So basically no interruptions. Except for the Nib. Which I decide knowingly to play into. Again. You rather get nibbed than play less. Basically. So we just run the combo. We have a lot. Like, this is a lot versus, like, Called By. Opening Called By and not having to spend it on a hand trap versus this deck is amazing. Chimera Fusion, go through the motions. Summon back. Yeah, I rather rip another card. I think I hit the Fiendish Rhino Warrior, which is also insanely bad here. Just very, very unlucky, the whole thing. And I fucking hit it. Can't believe it. It's so crazy. Like any other card. If I hit the escape, insane. They have Ash too. So good. They Ash it. I have to Call By it. I have to gain something here. I have Cosmic Imperm Fusion. Yeah, so they target this. I chain. They have the frickin' red. Unbelievable. Yeah, this one summons. Now, I'm in a weird spot. Because I have to negate this, which is very bad. I should have Chimera Fusion before. I misread this card several times in the tournament. Because it was very late and I couldn't understand what it does. I said, why aren't you allowed in the next 2? Oh, I didn't say it yet. I didn't. I'm gonna tell you after the finals. Brandon, please remind me to tell you why I'm banned from their next 2 tournaments. Yeah. We go for the normal Chimera here. Yama, chain 2, chain 3, make Mirror Jade. And we try to solo here with the Mirror Jade. Yeah, and again this happens when they force it with the Nibiru. It's insane. But I have to. And now, and this also was a misplay. Why summon this in defense here? There's no way. Like, you summon this in attack. Remember it, summon it in attack all the time. You don't care about life points. Life points doesn't matter. Gazel, do you feel stressed when you go to a tournament? I'm going to talk about that. Not like excited. More than stressed. It's just a game. Sometimes it gets stressful, but overall I think it's fine. Yeah, we are making Nightmare Griffin again. And I let this happen. I had all the cards to stop it. And I think I lose because like I played really, really bad. Yeah. It can protect by battle. I don't read it. I set. Oof, contact C, so good. Yeah. Now, I think what really saved me here, I might have lost that too. Now, Mirror Jade effect. Okay. Now, if there's a board wipe, Muckracker can't protect. So he doesn't know that. He thinks he's going for game here. Yeah. Battle phase, summon back the Mirror Swords Knight. And it cannot be destroyed by battle. And now he goes through some plays. And end phase, his board gets wiped. Now, we need to try to kill here. But we got a twist. Like, first of all, our entire Chimera engine is in the graveyard, like I said. We have no more Chimeras. We have nothing, right? Branded Fusion. We go for a Dragoon. But we can't. We can't. Now we're really close to time, I think. and I win this in time. So it's a 2. It's actually a 2-0, right? Is it 2-0 in time? No, I scooped the last game. So now we're like really at time. I attack, leave him on 300 life points at Brand Fusion. Yeah. And basically here, he can't kill me this turn. Yeah. So he goes into battle phase, and it's basically done. Yeah. We're checking with the judge, and I win. Semifinals. And now the finals was actually easier because he didn't open really well. Guys, like the stream. In the meanwhile, subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're enjoying this. Talking a lot, but you know, we're learning. Right? We play. So here, the game begins. Okay? The game begins. Now, Pack's new profile, he stated that MirrorJ's nuke at the end phase doesn't happen when he makes access code talker, but he didn't explain why. I don't think that's true. Did he say that?
All right, yo, what's up, guys? It's Pack here, and I don't really okay. And part was and it says ban. Do what unicorn target their you would go Chilling one access to gain, and they cannot trigger Mirror Jade. So it allows you to out Mirror Jade your opponent into an opponent's Mirror Jade. You can go Anguish, link your opponent's Mirror Jade off, and you summon an access code.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. You cannot activate Mirror Jade here.
And access code prevents your opponent from triggering.
Yeah, because if it's your turn, then your opponent cannot respond to the effect of access code talker.
Their trigger effect of...
Yeah, he's right. But I don't think that was the case here, right? It wasn't the case because I wouldn't have triggered it. Anyway, so, okay, the funny story. Here's the funny story, okay? This is why I got banned from the next 2 Kongs Cards tournaments. It wasn't the case, no. So I go into this game, okay? This is the finals of a tournament. This is a knockout tournament, meaning that if you lose this, you go home with nothing. You go home with nothing. So we start the game. I'm not showing anything, but just like it happened in game 1. And then on my other monitor, which is here, I get a message from the judge, the head judge of the tournament. You didn't report your last game. Now, what actually happened is that I won the game. I was really excited. I was in the finals. I go over to my Discord, talk to my friends, blah, blah, blah. We're all happy and excited. And I just forget to report because my opponent, which was, I'll show you in a second, not throwing, shout out to him, he opened the room. He just opened the room immediately. He opened the room. I see the room on Dueling Book. It says Kong's Finals. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're ready. There's no people left in the tournament, so there's no, like, I forgot to report immediately. I just forgot to report. So we go over, we start the game, and I get a message from the judge, hey, you didn't report. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm sweating because it's 2:30 a.m., 2:30 a.m., and I just went through, I won 5 rounds only to lose, to get disqualified on the 6th round and leave with nothing. This is what's going through my mind. So I'm like, as this guy's playing, and I'm like, I say to him, I think I say to him here, just one moment, because the judge is talking to me. Because I can't, like, I'm typing, like, as I'm playing here, I'm talking to the judge on Discord, right? So he ashes my Mirror Swords Knight. I set. He sets 2 and passes to me. Okay? I tribute summon Berthamat just to play, because I know I'd rather do that. Like, Rinbrim in the graveyard is fine. They book it. Doesn't matter. Comes back. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe it was game 2 or something. So The judge is like, "Are you aware that not reporting is a double do loss, which is in my case a game loss, which is in my case being disqualified in the finals and leaving with no prizing." So I'm like, "I'm so sorry." I immediately go to the reporting channel. I put the report there. I'm like, "I reported. I'm really, really sorry. This will never happen again. It's really not unlike me, because it is unlike me. I played their tournaments once before. It was just the excitement and like, the hour. It was really late. So he's like, I'm talking to him on private now. I'm like, "I'm really, really sorry. Can I keep playing my match?" And he's like, "Yeah, but you get suspended for the next 2 events." I'm like, "Thank you so much for understanding and being compassionate about this." Shout out to him, Fedora. He runs the tournaments over on Kongs. This guy does it probably for for fun. So he takes a lot of time and effort to organize these. Shout out to him. He's the GOAT. But this is why I'm suspended from tonight's tournament. So yeah. Go enter, guys. Kong's cards. I'm going to post the link to the Discord. I think you can still sign up. They have amazing prizes. The tournaments are free and online. I won a set of all the QCRs from the tins yesterday for a free tournament. Let me share the link in chat. If you want, I think there's a tournament in 2.5 hours starting. And that's a better tournament. The prizes are like deck cores from the tins. So I think first prize is Runic, second prize is Visa, stuff like that. Anyway, this game wasn't that interesting. He kind of bricked. I had control of the game. Opened like all the bricks in the deck. I get rid of a card. Yep, Nibiru. He got this. I'm just making Magnum here, I think. Because I know he doesn't have anything. That's a starter. I just make Magnum. And I think he passes here. Yeah, kind of bricked game 1. So here, I'm like, oh my God. I have evenly matched. I win the game. No. Their board is not super polyable as well. I was bummed that I lost once. ICU won. I was like, damn, I wouldn't have won anyway. What, yesterday? Were you in yesterday's tournament as well? That's not true. You could always win. We just make it. Set 1. Like this card. Fuck this card. In the butt. Evenly. He's got nothing. Did I lose this game? Oh, because he sets this. Oh my God. No. And he wins off of this one chamber. And now that's it. Like he pops this, some of this, pops. Yeah, game. Can you believe this? Crazy. We opened Harpy's Feather Duster. Like we opened playable, like extremely playable here. Let's see if I get rid of the trap. Maybe if I get rid of the trap in the end phase, it's Gucci. And I'm like scared here after the Duster. This is game 3. This is for everything. This is for all the marbles. This is the finals. Game 3 of the finals, knockout tournament. I have Ash in hand, called by, and Branded Fusion. I hit the Rakea. Okay, he has only dogs. I just chain Chimera Fusion and Call by the Grave. I don't care. I make a Mirror Jade. I'm gonna live. Makes this. I Ash it. Trap. And now I fuck up because I thought I couldn't read. It was 3 a.m. I was like, so this destroys my card? I thought it was gonna destroy my card, and he's like, no. And now I'm like, oh God. But at least I have Albaz in the grave, so I can take care of everything. It doesn't really matter. I still have control. Now I want my talents live. So I go Chimera Fusion. Bring this back. I want my talents live, so I'm gonna go for Guardian Chimera here to draw 2. He's now winning this game anyway. You never, like, you saw me play 3 games, like 9 games versus Unchained. This is the first time I go for Guardian Chimera. So yeah, thank God we draw the Super Poly here. Talents to look at the hand. And now he can go for, yeah. And by the way, it's not enough. I miscalculated. This guy cannot destroy this guy by battle. So I just go for, like, a banish and negate. It doesn't really matter. Even though he lives. And this is it. We win the finals 6-0. It was fun. It was really fun. It was really helpful to play this. Learn the matchup. Like, now I know everything Unchained does. Like, practicing this hard against the deck, it was really crazy. Now, what else do we have for today, guys? What else do we have for today? Yeah, so this is the deck list. Might change. I don't know. Yeah, I just talked about it before, about being suspended. I didn't report my semifinals results. So they let me play out the finals, but they suspended me for 2 tournaments, unfortunately. But it was fair of them because, I mean, they could have just disqualified me during the finals, which would have been much, much worse and super not fun. So, yeah. I think I want to do a list that fixes the things that I didn't like about the previous one. I think Versago might be cope. I think Droll is like 1 in the deck, maybe. Or cross out. Then Nibiru in the side for sure. And then these, I'm not really sure, but it probably doesn't hurt to keep them. And then another Mirror Jade, another Rindbrum. No, probably not. Probably don't need that. Maybe another Chimera. Do you think that makes sense? A Mirror Jade. I think actually 1 more Albion and 1 more Mirror Jade could be clutch because you are left with Mirror Swords Knights, and then you can do more of these plays. Maybe we can run this. The Ruma is worth testing, but like going first, we'll try it out. We'll try it out. Why not? Sprint is a bit greedy, I think. I think if we win this match, we go up to 1K rating, which is nice. But after that, I think we're going to end the stream because yesterday I was like up until 3. Now I had my plans canceled because of crush cards. So, we streamed on Saturday too. Right. Yeah. Guys, again, if you're enjoying the stream and not subscribed yet, please do. Just hit the subscribe button, completely free. If you want to get all my deck lists beforehand, then you can sign up for our Discord. It's also completely free, but you can join as a member and you get all the perks. And this guy is not doing anything. And of course, check out my sponsors. Tier 0 Games, if you want to pre-order some tin stuff, they have a lot of things still in sale. Gazo 5, Imperium Duelist, my new sponsor. We're going to have a collection together soon. They have really the most insane products, and you have 10% off. And then, of course, Sleeve Chief that now has a new Attack of Titan collection, which if you buy all of it together, you get an additional discount on top of the other one. Pearly. I don't know. Do I even ash this? Yeah, we have a Kaiju. Against skill unchained players, other options won't work. Daruma works best regardless of skill. Skilled players blind and on Griffin. Punish the book cards. Yeah. Ooh, they have these two. Do we not have any more quick plays in hand? We do. Do we have one more? Aha. I wonder if he takes the kaiju. Otherwise, I just normal summon Albaz. I think the Kotal. Aha. And we pass, maybe? No, he's got another sleepy. He's a god. Oh my god. There's no way he's going to draw 6 cards. This deck is so insane. Oof, man. But he doesn't make new. Oh, he does make Noir. That's so disgusting, dude. That's so incredibly disgusting. 3 sleepies. Just draw 3. I mean, who's going to negate one of them? I hate this deck so much, but it's good practice. It's good practice right now. Very good. Do you guys think this is okay? Like not to be salty or anything. I did get punished, obviously, but is this okay? There is a line here. It's such a bad line, though. You lose to it anyway. Now we get Delicious. This deck is so good. But we have to win. We have to be able to win here. We can win going first, probably. There's probably no reason for us to play. Doesn't matter. Oh god. I can rip out their entire hand right now. Haha. but I don't get a hand rip. Unfortunately. We're just gonna have to deal. Ooh. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. Like a tiger. Yeah. What do you think about Chimera branded in the grind game? It has pretty good grind game because it has like indestructible stuff and it can just go into the branded engine. It's fine. So we have another card here. We're still gonna be able to make you're good. Please activate my friend. It's Jover. Chain. Less card. Talents. Draw. Yep. Makes sense. Be a god. Just be a god. Open a quick play. Summon. Make Sleepy. Make Zeus. My friend. Yeah. Very good. Very good. No Wangu? Oh, that's true. I actually forgot about Wangu entirely. I forgot about Wangu. Well, guys, there you go. There you go, folks. I mean, we went. Oh my god, there's no way. What a sack. And I don't open Ash, by the way. Yeah, I totally forgot I played Wangu. That's funny. So now we basically have 4 cards in hand again. We basically have 4 cards in hand again. And the last card was Talents. God Gamer, seriously. Yeah, dude. Good. Good. No! My god. Yeah, we have a kaiju. It should be okay. Like, we're just killing, probably. We got a sleepy. And maybe one more quick play. I haven't really paid attention. Huh? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Delicious, pretty, and sleepy. And another sleepy. God bless you. That's very good. And happy sends and attaches? Don't do that. Don't do it. Such a like this is the win condition. It's all good. Yeah, that was a misplay. I mean, not necessarily. Why in defense? I mean, I guess. How do I kill though? I have a lot of my engine in the okay. Thanks. Now a lot of these things don't really do anything. I mean, I have kaijus, of course. I don't have like mass back row removal. Like I don't have the evenly now, which is usually really, really good. Ash is like fine, I guess. Nibiru doesn't do a lot. Okay. Imperm is always good. Imperm is always good to open. Okay, guys, this is the finals. This is the finals of the tournament. Okay, guys, okay. Let's hope that they drew kind of subpar now. We don't have a way to start off the game. We don't have a starter yet. We need to top deck branded fusion. Lily. Do we let them we don't let them add even, I think. Because they add field spell, then we're screwed. Lily effect. They can't. Because they negated it. My friend. They will still be able to do it, but we'll lose a lot of cards in the process from their hand, but we need to open a starter. This is for all the marbles. This is the tournament finals, guys. Galzo imperming the Lily in the draw phase. We get a Lily. We normal summon the Lily. We might have Delicious in hand. Could be incredible. We're gonna excavate 3. And we're gonna hit happy. Unbelievable. Good, good. Very good. Now we have 3 cards in hand. 1 is known to us. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go into Princess Pride. We're gonna get a little bit greedy here. We're gonna go into Slacker. Cannot be destroyed by battle during either player's turn. When a card is back, you can detach, negate it, and destroy it. So you can't even book it. And he draws the starter. Unbelievable. Okay. We're gonna go into main 1 here. We go for this. We might get a bait. We might get the bait here on this one. He imperms. We are fine with that. Definitely fine with that. We could have just chained and added a card. But that's stupid. All right. Now we go into Chimera. We are doing really well. Even though we misplayed, we should have chained. Chain 1, then chain 2, guys. There we go. Now, we are going to go into the Codal here. And then we're going to bring back this. We could have had another Chimera Fusion in hand. We are stupid. Stupid idiots. We misplayed and we just let it go through. We could have chained Chimera Fusion. We had everything. Unbelievable. Now, this cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. I mean, they can Zeus us all they want. I kind of want to make Chimera fusion and draw 2 here. I really need it. I really, really need it. So now we go into the Mirror Swords Knight here. We can summon it back as well. We go for Chimera fusion. I don't care if we get Zeused. We are going to be absolutely fine here. Now, do we make Magnum? Maybe I want to draw into Brand Fusion or something else. So I want to go a little bit greedier because we have the book, and we're gonna get rid of the. That was one card. Yeah, we're just gonna take my friend here. I don't wanna destroy this. My friend, I think we destroy this. Otherwise, they go straight into Zeus, clear my board entirely. Slacker, fine, destroy. I'm gonna draw 2 cards here. So I want to get rid of this, do a lot of damage in the process. They're never ever punished. Never ever punished. This is the finals, guys, of the YCS. We misplayed, but we got rewarded with 2 really, really good cards here. Now we're able to set a card and set another one. Now our opponent has Happy. I'm pretty sure they have Happy in hand, which we know about. And we are going to go end phase. And we're going to get rid of a card. Another card. Oh, I could have went for more damage, I think. I could have activated Mirror Swords Knight again, which I didn't. But actually... Yeah, I don't have any more Berfamets. Again, we played like shit, as we usually do. See, what do I have to say? I think Chimera needs to be on the field. Absolutely not. What is this guy talking about? This guy has 1100 rating. Oh. Okay, so we got one more card, guys. One more card. I think we win this. Yeah. So we got one card. This is gonna get cosmic. Because we drew like gods. Then one more card. One more card, guys. I think we got this. I think this is the finals we won. We won versus Pearly, even though we misplayed like 3 times. Pearly Lily. I think he has Sleepy. Yeah, that's fine. He normaled it. I just, I know this is talent. This is why I didn't ash it here. Because I'm hoping that he, I'm going to ash the... Okay, so ash the street. Activate the street, please. Please activate the street. Okay, so he has a Happy. And then I can ash the Happy. And book the Pearly. GG's. We won the finals! Never punished! We are the YCS champions! All right, we were able to turn this around. Look at how many times I misplayed. I hope you guys learned something from this because I'm just a bag of shit. I don't like this side. I don't like this against Pearly at all. But we were able to really, really play through and we made a lot of misplays. So So we forgot, because I always do this when I'm streaming. I forget a lot of shit. I appreciate you guys for being here. I want to thank you for spending your time with me, almost 2 hours. Usually what we do on Wednesdays, we're live streaming every Wednesday, so tune in, turn on the bell, subscribe, join our Discord, look at my sponsors. And tomorrow I'm going to be co-streaming, commentating over on Nivska's channel on Twitter. I think it's on Twitch. I think it's twitch.com.tv/Nivska. So go check that out. Follow tomorrow, same time. We're going to be commentating a tournament together. Yeah, and I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with us. And I'll see you in the next video tomorrow, and of course, in the next live stream. Thank you so much. Peaces.